Right, so it's time to do a bit on this Insignia. The weather's a bit strange today, it's been raining on and off, but hopefully we've found a bit of a gap in the weather to do these brakes. So we're going to have a look at these brakes on this Insignia. I am reluctantly going to fit these brakes because I have no disc guards, disc backers. I can't find any at the dealers. I can't find any online. Really struggling to find them. So reluctantly, I'm going to fit until I come across some. Maybe hopefully someone's taking the engine out one of the breakers, and there's quite a bit of stuff missing because it's quite a big job to do at the breakers, just to get them off. So I may have to buy the whole thing just to get them off, which I don't really want to do, but I want it to be right, like on that Golf, so I need to fit them at some point. So I am going to fit them reluctantly. Just a quick thing before we start. Somebody asked me about these discs and why they're this colour. Are they sprayed? Is it just like a shiny finish? Well, it's not actually. It's an aluminium and zinc water-based mix, and it's put in to help with the friction and braking on these vehicles to dispensate the heat, and it's right through the disc, this stuff. So it's coating the entire disc. These discs are tested, all of them, for run out, so they're not warped or anything like that. But if you look at a standard disc or one that's in this car, we all look at this bit, don't we? Think, oh yeah, great. When we come to service it, we're looking here going, oh heck. And all this has gone rusty. All these bits of rust are flying out. You can get stuck in your pads, get stuck in everywhere else. And we always put a screwdriver there, don't we? And we spin the disc round and we try and clean it all off. Well, with this coating goes right the way through the disc, and also I can put it straight on without cleaning it. So it's quite a good finish, that, isn't it? It's good. So that's why they are that colour. So the next thing to look at are the pads. Again, these are blue. Now, you might think when I fit these they're just like metal, but these actually aren't. They're double rubbered, shimmed. If you listen, you can't probably hear it, but that is rubber, so it helps with vibration, and it gives a smoother feel when I'm braking as well. So it's just not just, I think they look quite smart, this blue stuff, but it's actually got a job to do. So the combination of the discs for the heat and this for braking, you can see why they're a good choice to fit. And with a 3-year warranty on stuff, why wouldn't we fit it? So there we go. So that's why they're silver, and that's why that's blue. So yeah, I don't think you can fit it, but that's like a rubber coating. So there we go. That's a little bit of the FAI range, and that's on all their range. So that's like you might want to know. Somebody asked me. So there we go. Right, let's get this caliper off and see what we're doing with it. Get the disorganised toolbox out, or the bag. Take it off. Never like coming off the other discs. Calipers. There we go. Look at the caliper. It looks alright, dust seal looks good. Good to see. I think they're the same top and bottom. There's any need to worry which way around they go, but we'll give them a thorough clean up before we start. We've got a different slider pin. Well, it's not seized. That's not seized. But at least we can get them out and give them a clean up. The carrier back off first, which Yeah, so oh, well, this that one's come out alright, but we need to give it a good clean up. This one should have a little rubber. Can you see how the muck's all getting in there? Look, this way I've got to keep them clean. This bottom one's different because it's got a rubber, like a rubber seal on it. So the muck and crud on there, that's all inside there. So I have to give this a wash out, some brake cleaner in a minute. These aren't too bad, to be honest, for a 15-year-old carrier. So might just better sand that up. It looks like the thing's gone off here, so we can just lift that up. Nobody's put a screw in, look, so it's had a new wheel bearing on at some point. Yeah, they're quite scored, are these? They're coming off anyway. It's quite heavy. You see what I mean about this? It's been hacked off. I don't think they're, well, I don't know why. Something's better than nothing, I suppose, unless it was completely snapped or they've struggled to get in to do something. But we're in a bit of trouble not getting hold of any of these. So get to ABS sensor pretty easy though. Yeah, we're just gonna have to leave it like that. I don't like the look of it, but I won't go on about it too much. But it's not the way to do things, is it? So at least it's had a wheel bearing on it, so we could probably get this off reasonably easy to fit some if we can find some. But we've got to strip it all down again. Anyway, there we go. These out and give them a proper little clean up. Pull that out like that. Let's get some brake cleaner and it's going to be hopefully, well, there should be a bit of grease in there, but it looks like nothing, to be honest. Just rubbish. So it's powerful tin of spray, that. That blasting out. That's what we need. Down there. That's what we're looking for, I think. There we go, right. I need to clean these up, make them look a bit better. Try and find the right one, shall we, for the brake caliper. So if you're not sure how these work, you get left and right handed ones. This little kit's got both, and I can't technically do this one handed. There we go. Just gently wind it back like that. You don't want mold grips on here, you don't want damage this dust sealer out like that, because I've seen it before. It gets chewed up in the piston, the brakes, this starts to come out, then it retracts, and then it gets stuck, and then your brakes are bind, and then your brakes are red hot, and then you're broken down the side of the road. So just keep an eye on that reservoir, don't push the fluid out. It's one low, something that tops it up. Gently, don't be Gently push it back, moving quite freely then, look. And it will stop, which is about there. So we've used a little bit of pad up, haven't we? Look at it. You could use, get different attachments for these brake kits. They're not expensive. You can just buy one tub, but this kit came with the left and right. I had it quite a while. It's written on it there. Right-handed to screw it in. Right then. So on the ends where it sits. So we'll pop that into there like that. It's really bad without a bolt that screw in there. I need to sort that. And then this one. So hopefully that's this side done, and we'll get the wheel arch liner on, so we need to put that in, and then we'll pop round the other side. So just been thinking, before we go to the other side, we need to change the oil and filter. Now, finding this car not, I think, a frustrating car to work. I think that's what's coming to mind here. It's just frustrating because the oil filter is at this side, so it's actually through this wheel. There's a cutout, it looks of it, to get a socket on to undo the filter housing. But I wondered why all the subframe was a bit oily, and it drops potentially onto the subframe, the oil from the filter housing. So before we put the wheel back on and everything, we might as well have a go at doing the oil filter, the oil filter, and get as much done as we can. So this is a C3 530 for this car, and if you're stuck, you can go on the FAI website, look at the oil, ring up your local MPD and see if they've got that oil. They probably will have, but if not, give them a ring, give them your reg, and they'll find the right spec of oil for your car. So we've got the gearbox oil to do on this. Never done auto on one of these, so we've got the auto gearbox oil as well, and we've got the coolant as well from FAI. So we've got quite a lot going on with this car. Should maybe put those stickers up back and take that box all off. But yeah, it's really weird. Look, it's right up under there. It's there, look. So yeah, we might as well do it while we're here and crack off this sump nut. Oh, my jack's breaking. I think it's out of oil, but I've got an axle stand here anyway, so I put an axle stand there, so I'm not just on that jack. I'd never do that. It's a crazy thing to do. Never work under a jack. At the end of the day, if it goes down, bends it, I'm not bothered. So we need to somehow get this oil out. So I don't know if it's ever been serviced or what, but let's have a look. In true time, I've undone this myself because it really broke my arm trying to undo it. What I don't want is the wind to blow it. I've had this before with cars, it's a nightmare. Now look, it's blowing about. Yeah, look, that'll do. What's it like on a ramp? Somebody tell me what it's like to service something instead of crawling like this. Oh dear. There we go. Right. And now for this oil filter. So the oil. See what I mean? It's just gonna drip everywhere. What's that like? Oh. Seen better days, that, hasn't it? Let's pop that in there for a minute. Yeah, but then you brake cleaning it all off because all of it drive shaft, it's all of it subframe. It's a bit silly that, isn't it? There's one there. Right, so this filter job, it looks like there's one to there, and I think there's one for the top of there. Am I right? Yep. Like that. There we go, don't have to be too tight, does it, like before? 150,000 miles. Not good. Now we've done that, let's top the oil up. Take something else I've noticed, and this strut top here, this shouldn't be like this. The other side, when I move that air filter, you're going to see it looks a little bit different. I wonder if you can make that when it's had a crash. But I've got to go look at them discs, guides, whatever, guards. So if there's a strut, I might have to get it and fit it on there, but you can see, can't you, look? You look at that other side in a minute, it's not there. I think this strut's bent, but we'll get to that when we do the other side if we have to. Right, let's see if it's been looked after, shall we? Well, it's not mega bad, but might have had a service not long ago, which is good to see. Let's compare it to a new one, shall we? Alright. The FAI's got black foam. There we go. Black one. Let's get rid of all the Right, let's go check this oil now. That's that done. We'll do it on the list. Get these some more. just shining on there, look. So that will do. So bit of a detour from doing this passenger side caliper, but what we'll do now, I'll put the wheel back on, and we've ticked another job off the list. We've got the coolant to do as well. I'll try to do that when it's on the floor, because I need to start it up really as well. So we'll do the coolant when we've lowered it down after doing the brakes on the front. Right, so we're gonna have to try and put this passenger side back together. It's in a bit of a state. We need a new track rod end. Got all this front bit to sort out. It's all a bit, doing a bit of that. I've straightened that tie rod out, so I didn't know what to do with that really. I put it in my press and it just went straight, so I don't see a problem, you know, if it's very slightly out. I did put it in my lathe and spin it, and just made sure that it was running true-ish. I'm hoping it'll be alright. It wasn't too bad a job to take off really, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to just see what it tracks up like, won't we? So first thing we'll do, well, we can lick bottom at her. Now let's put this bottom arm back in, and then we've got some steady to work off. Pinch pin on there. Right. Right, so put the drop link on now. So we'll fit one of these. Good to go with that. That onto that. That in there like that. There we go with that. So we're halfway there. Now let's get this track rod end on. Should go somewhere there. Should we do the old guessing bit? I think it's gonna... enough for me. That's what these calipers are like, shall we? So I started to undo them, but I just stopped because I needed my bungee cord. I've got that to do up as well, which we will do. Which if I leave it loose, I'll know in case I forget. Calipers don't look too bad, to be honest. Look quite pushed back. We'll get the wind back tool in them in a minute. This is what I should have done with other stuff. I've just found this, but it does help to you with one of these handy, and then you're not damaging anything, are you? Like that. I can leave it out of the way. So next thing up, slider pins. We know the stick, don't we? That's not too bad, that one. So we know that's going to contract. What's happened here? Right, so this is bad because this one's going to move, and we've only got a bit of braking because this one's stuck solid. So that outer caliper, this pad, it's not getting a lot of stick, is it? Because it's only got one little piston to pull on. I don't make they are, but They might have plenty of meat on them, but I'm not putting them back in for certain. There we're gonna. We'll clean all these squeal plates up. Don't need to clean the carriers up, they're reasonably well, but we're gonna have to. Let's get this off. Just pop this off here like that. Let's have a look at it. So that muck and grit in there, look. Trouble is, I don't know how we're going to get this one out. So it's absolutely battered, this. This is just crazy. I've hit it with chisel, I've bent it over the pin and everything. Now we're having to blowtorch it to try and get this pin out of here. Now we're going to do it. Mental. Absolutely crazy. Hit it till we get it somewhere out. Told you to get it out. Told you to get it out. And that, because it's not looked after properly, just left to go to the dump. That's pretty had it, and that's brought an end to right. I'll give that a lick of paint. Alright, it's just a disc thing, but it'll protect the brakes. If this one works, I'll nip back and get the other one. There we go. Well, I'd say that looks a lot better. The FAI discs, pads, our brand new second-hand disc backer. I think it looks quite smart, that. We've sorted out the caliper. Right, so let's get some fluids in this. It's back on the floor. We're going to stick some power steering fluid in it to start with. The FAI power steering fluid, recommended for this car. Let's stick this in. I'm hoping it's a bit like a van where it's self-bleeding. But there'll be some still in the rack, won't there? So let's just gently pop pour some of this in. Right. So that's that in. Or temporary, we'll have to spin it round, won't we, with lock to lock. Main thing is we can't do that without any coolant. So we're going to stick this in, dilute it, I think 100%, minus 56. I don't think it's minus 56 in the UK, but it feels like it. So what we'll do is we'll just go 50-50 mix. We could go 50-50 minus 20, so we get minus 6 in it, some at minus 10 in some places. You might want to, depends where you live, I suppose. So let's get the litre bottle in first. Let's get that in. And so we've got no leaks anyway, and it's not just disappearing on the floor. We're about to find out at some point. We'll fire it up. Right, let's dip a bit more of this in. So we've got the top on there. The next thing we do is probably just let it run for a bit. I can't really drive it around my garden, this one, but a few more screws and bolts to put in. But I think we're nearly just about there on the front bit, and then we need to move on to the back end. Right, so I've cleaned this up. This is broken there, so we're kind of in a bit of a pickle with that. But I don't want this thing sat in the air, so we'll have to just revisit this back end. I'll stick one on, but I'll get some more squeal plates. But I think we've got some bad weather coming, haven't we? So. There we go. Right. Well, it won't take me 5 minutes to swap it over with that squeal plate thing. Make a note of it. Never mind. Adjust the, there we go. Brill. Fit that caliper back on there. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Job done. 13 and a 15. Bit of cleaner. Cool. There we go. Don't want much on, do we? Just enough to make it slide. I'm gonna look better than that, innit? Right, let's get these nipped up. May have to do some rear shockers on this at some point. You know what I mean? It's been packed up a while, so let's get it driving. Let's get it moving around for a few weeks, and we'll just see what happens to it. He says, right, that's that side done. In this video, we're having a go at the tailgate. Move my cars out of the way. I've tried to have a go at this. If you remember, it was all a bit battered and a bit dinged and stuff. I think it's had stuff thrown in it. I don't know what kind of car this has been used for. Roof lining stabbed, and this is all battered. So whether it's been a work car or a rep's car or just a run around family second car, I don't know. So I'll just put this second coat of paint on and we'll go for lacquer then and get it lacquered up. Last coat of lacquer. It's had its couple of coat, first coat. Let's do it again. That's your lot. So we're in the hands of the sun now. Let's get this gun washed out, and I think we're all right with that. It looks a lot better than it did. There's a little bit all damage on it. So yep, we'll get that dried off, and then we'll move on to the bottom bumper then, won't we? Right, so I've been filming, I've had my radio on, absolute no, can't edit it out, so it's gone a bit wrong. We're just doing this back bumper. I think we've got today, and then the weather changes up and down, so we've hopefully got to get this painted, and it's going to dry tonight, and I think it rains again in the morning. say that again. We're getting better. We've got none left for once. I think that's gone alright, that. I'll have a quick look, shall we? Need to rinse that gun out before it gets sticky up. I've never really painted a bumper on a car, you know, not like this. I'm normally taking them off, but I thought, you know what, get some proper masking stuff, might be alright. But what do we think? I think it looks alright, that, doesn't it? Like I say, it's not the best job in the world. We've got bits here, look, but we might, I think I might put something on here. I did it with the van once. I think it's had all sorts getting here, but what we use this car for, it'll probably get scratched anyway. But I think it's come up alright, hasn't it? There's a big crack there I fixed, and all this was scratched here. So look, it's second time for this rodeo for this car. So what, third time? Smashed first, repaired, smashed again, first time bought, smashed, repaired, smashed. I've repaired it. So is this third time? Second time? Third time? I don't know. It's been smashed more times than it's probably been up road. So it's probably the first time, like I said, it's been through an auction maybe. But look, we made it look half decent from the estate car. So paint wise, we're done now. So I think next thing we need to do is when all this is dry, get all this unwrapped. Hopefully it'll dry tonight. So believe it or not, I'll just gently bring the boot down. So if it does rain, it'll be alright. I've got no way of covering it up at all. So I'm panicking a bit. Right, so there we go. We washed off, tailgate dried, and it came out alright. So that's that. I'll show you it, I'll have a quick look at it. So, eagle-eyed viewers, if you watched it, this was the side that was battered. And sadly, I couldn't undo this video. That's just good. I just chucked some water on it, but it's not gone right well. This I couldn't undo. So all this was all smashed here. That raised sill on these, you can't get them for love nor money. Vauxhall stopped making this plastic skirt for the side, and I think you damage them getting off. There's a couple of clips underneath, but it is bonded to the car in some places. And if some have come off that I did ring about, they've snapped because people over bonded them to the cars, if you know what I mean. So I had to fabricate this up, and you can just see there where the difference is, there where the wing meets the door. That's actually glued back together, and I used parts of the old front bumper to make that up. I did have it all on video, but again it went a bit pear-shaped. The door I had to take off, and this part here on the inner pillar was just slightly bent, so I just cut it, knocked it out, put a backing strip in it, tacked it back together, welded it up, ground it flush, painted it, and you can't actually see it. So I'll open the door and it's in there. You can't even see it, it's right down there. So that's what I had to do with that to make that work. We put a second-hand wing on it. It's got a bit of a scabby mark there, but it's no show car, is it? So that's what we did. The tailgate come out alright, probably looks worse now. I washed it, but it ended up looking alright, that I think. Not too bad. So hopefully we won't, but the same way I painted the tailgate, exactly the same for the bumper. This bumper was black as well, so I had a little bit of repair and patched in where needed, and then did the blending. So there we go. So what's the plan for this car? Well, the plan now is to send this around the north coast 500. Yeah, we're going to travel right round that in Scotland. I've looked online obviously where it is. It's a big trip for us. It's possibly 1800 miles, maybe a bit more, and just over 500 mile round trip. The car was 500 quid, so I said to Catherine, no, what can we do with it? And she came up with that idea, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to certainly probably put these brakes to the test, this FIA brakes. We've had them on all our cars, but they're going to get some stick, no doubt, up there, and we're going to see what they're like. No doubt they're not going to disappoint. And the car as well, I've never driven it. To be fair, I've been up and down the road in it, but 10 miles, no, not 1800 miles. And yeah, we're going to have to see what happens with it, aren't we? and see if we get round. So either on the recovery truck coming back home, or you're going to see bits of video, bits of clips of pictures, and just basically plot our route, and hopefully we're going to get round and have a nice time. So there we go, it's going on the North Coast 500 and we're leaving in a few hours, so hopefully we're going to have a great time. So hopefully I'm going to see you all. I think the start is at Inverness Castle, and that's where we're going first. I guess I'll see you in a bit. We made it to Inverness Castle. It's getting done up and it's having some work done to it, so we can't even get in to view it, but we've made it. The car's up the road and it's alright. We've got problems with the temperature sensor comes on when it cools down, it cools the car down for some reason, and we think we might have a not very good wheel bearing, but bonus, the parking light is coming for the handbrake. It's only taken 365 miles to get it, so it drives really well for 500 quid. I was looking on the way up here, these cars were over 20 grand when they were new, and it holds the road really well. So we've made it to Inverness, and I believe this is where we start. Catherine says this is where it starts from, so whether we actually get round it, who knows, but we're going to give it a go. So all's good at the minute. So we've made it to another part of Scotland. We're in this lovely loch near a place called Tongue, I believe. This is the view we've got. It's absolutely stunning up here. I think we're as far as we can possibly go. We're heading around the NC 500. But check out the views from here. It's absolutely brilliant. So we're still running, we're still driving, the car's going superb. But check out these views. You've got to stop, you've got to have a go at this. Do it in a car, do it on a bike. You stop at some lovely great hotels. We're stopping not far from here. We're stopping just over there later on, but we're going to go for a drive somewhere else and come back this way this evening. Don't think the weather's too good Saturday, but look at this out here. Look at the view. Get yourselves up here, get yourselves on a ride, and we'll see you in a bit. So here we are in another part of Scotland, up near Smooch Cave, SM00 Cave. I think it's where the smugglers were came in. What a massive place this is. What a great location. Definitely worth a visit. Pop in and see everything. I believe there is a boat that takes people out. I'm not too sure. You'd have to check that, and I think you can go and see some waterfall thing. It is absolutely amazing. There is no drone flying because birds are nesting, so whether that's all year round I don't know, but this is somewhere else to stop off and have a look round. It's great. Let's go in the cave and have a look, shall we? So this is a bit of an information board that you can see if you visit the place. Check this out. Oh wow, look at this. I don't like caving. Oh, it's not for me, this getting stuck. What an interesting place. So we've come from Smooch Cage to where, Kath? Balnacail Beach, and it's unreal. Look at, wait, there's only me and Catherine and about 2 other people on this beach. Look at this. What a place. It's right round there. Well, and there's the other people just going back there, and we've parked over there, so you can park there for free, have a sandwich, cup of tea, whatever. It's only about a mile and a half from where we've just stopped. But it's another great destination to come. It just goes on and on and on. Look at that. There's some really cool places on this, and this is on the route of the NC 500. So if you follow the route like we've done, like Catherine's got a map and stuff, it brings you to all these places. You can look at them online and they're dead easy to find. But yeah, some great places. It's the sea's proper blue. Done my bit for the environment and found a bit of string. We might need that, so let's keep it. You never know. But yeah, it's a spot on place, so we're gonna have a drink, and I think we're heading back to our hotel where May said we're just stopping over there somewhere near on the beach a while back. So we're on our way back. I'll see everyone in a minute. Somewhere else. Okay. So we are past the reception. Obviously you can't film inside here, but this is the Queen Mother's house. Check this out. Look at this. So this is where she stayed. All the grounds, there's some stable things we can go look at. We'll go walk up the path to where she used to come in. So the Queen would have come in, probably Charles and everybody else. We're very lucky, there's not so many people here, so I think we're alright filming, but we can't film inside, clearly, for all sorts of reasons. But there's two cannons up there, look. Look at that. So to actually think the Queen and Queen Mother's been Charles has been, it's a bit unsurreal really. What a lovely spot. We'll have to go inside, then we'll do some filming more outside when we come out. It's definitely, you've got to come and see this place. There's a cafe that they built in for the Queen Mother after she passed. Visitor centre, some shops, you can get tea, biscuit, buns, some nice soup by the way we've had. But yeah, I just think the Queen Mother's been around here. I mean, Catherine and the only people here at the minute. Look at this place. We've got it to ourselves in a way. Wow. There's Catherine there. Look at these cannons. Wow. What a place. Let's do a bit of a... We're going to go look in the house. And then we're back out to do some more. It's not what you think. You need to come and visit it. It's just like a normal home. Charles does stop here, I believe, sometimes, but with him being king now, with obviously commitments and stuff, maybe not come as much. But what a great, warm, wealthy place. The staff here are brilliant, asking loads of questions, and they can answer just about anything you ask them. Shows you dinner services set up, exclusive pictures and things like that. It's a really, really nice place to come, and definitely worth a visit. If you're interested in this sort of thing, it's on the NC 500. We'll go look somewhere else. I just thought I'd do this because it's fresh in my mind, but it ain't what you think. They're just the normal people. Just normal stuff. It's not. Yeah, it's very, very homely and very family orientated. This castle, I think the Queen Mother was an interesting person, definitely. Right, let's go do some more filming. So where have we got to now? We've got to the most northernest point of the UK. Dunnet Lighthouse, is it? Car's going well. It's drinking a little diesel, but it's working. And this is the view we've got. Dunnet, is it Dunnet Lighthouse? It's a great place to come and visit. is? I don't know. Probably can't even hear me talking, it's that bad. But we made it. It's a bit windy. And we're going to head now down to up to John O'Groats. It's what's over there, Cav? Oh, what's that island? Oh, it's the York Island. And next stop, John O'Groats. So we're going well. We'll catch you in a bit. So we're here. We're at Land's End. We've done it. So next stop is home. And let's see if we get all the way back to North Yorkshire in a £500 Coconuts car. So the end of the journey, potentially it should be back in my garden. There we go. Work. £718 miles, and this car made it. So there we go. 500 quid car, 720 miles, and we've still not got home, but we're back here at the castle. We're going to go stop somewhere now. Bung Chew. Sounds like Bung Chew. I don't know. It's called Bung, as in Bunger Pipe Chew Hotel or something. So we're stopping there, and then we're up tomorrow. We've got quite a drive home, and we'll see what we think to this car when we get back. But it's not disappointed at the minute. So there we go. We've made it all the way around, and I'll see you all when we get back home. See how we get on there.